We need a drone here.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello my YouTube friends, welcome to Tim's Motorcycle Adventures. It's a beautiful day today, so I called up a friend and said, hey, you want to go for a ride? He said, sounds good, so we're off to meet him. So let's go for a ride. All right, well, here we go. Met up with my friend Andreas, and we're off for a ride. Just tarmac today, but yeah, he was just telling me about some guys that he met that doing some off-road stuff, and he's having a lot of fun. So hopefully in the near future we can get out and do some off-roading, and I can figure out how to crash my bike and have fun that way. But it's always good to have some guys that you can go out with, ride together, especially if it's off-road. I think it's always nice to have somebody to help you pick up the bike, and to just, you know, if you hurt yourself and that kind of thing, then there's somebody there to help. But yeah, it was kind of fun. I met Andreas about a year ago, I guess, just after COVID started. I was out for a ride. I had a V-Strom 1000 and was kind of looking for some dirt roads to try. I had never been on a dirt road or anything before that, other than running out of highway in the middle of Montana and having to do a few kilometers of gravel road. And that was on my Kawasaki Main Streak, a muscle cruiser, so that was actually terrifying. But yeah, I was out looking for some gravel roads to go, and I didn't really know where to go. I've never done any of that before, and happened to run into Andreas at one of these roads, and he kind of pointed me in the direction. We exchanged numbers, and so we've got to go out a few times, not as much as I would like, just because of my schedule usually, and but yeah, it's a lot of fun. We ride, have coffee, and kind of hang out, get to know each other. So it's always good. All right, what are these guys doing? Oh, I think they're shooting a movie here. There you go. Lots of video, or I mean movies and TV shows get filmed around here. So Andreas is riding a BMW 1200 GS. I think it's the Adventure. We got at least got the big Adventure tank on it. But yeah, he takes it all over the place, and he's showing me a big dent on his skid plate. I think he's going to need a new skid plate. But few times I've been through here, it's been wet, and so it's a little nerve-wracking doing these corners in the wet. You don't know how much mud and leaves are on the roads, but today is nice and clear. That's nice. On the road there. You know, I remember living on the prairies, and sometimes it's kind of, you ride roads like this and you go, wow, this is amazing that I get to live here, get to even ride these roads. It's March. Most of the rest of Canada is still coming out of their deep freeze. Horses on the road. Gravel. Alright, well, we are on to Kangaroo Road now. And this is a really fun road. Andreas is probably going to take it faster than I normally would, but that's okay. I think I can keep up. This road is kind of fun because for me anyway, I actually rode my the first Tiger that I ever rode was on this road, and it was a oh man, I think a 2011 or 12 roadie version with custom suspension, but it was like 90,000 K and crashed and beat up. But man, it was so much fun. The engine was just spectacular, and it handled so well around these corners. Not it better than this bike did, because that had a 19-inch on the front wheel and more road tires. This Tiger XC has the 21-inch, and so it doesn't handle quite as well on the road as the roadie does, but that's the main difference between the two. This one has more suspension and a 21-inch front wheel, and then of course I have some 50/50 tires on it, so those don't handle as well. Although in the dry they do actually handle quite well. In the wet they are scary, but you know, it's dry today, so it's good. But yeah, I took that the Triumph dealership is near here, and so I took it on a little like 20-minute test ride, and this is the road I got to test ride it on. And after that ride, comparing it to like the BMW F800 GS that I rode, it was just no comparison. The Tiger handled so much better, the engine was so much better, that I just thought, man, I gotta have a Tiger. But I wanted the XC model so that I could go off-road, and I know, you know, maybe Andreas's BMW or an F800 GS would be a little better off-road, but I do ride most of the time on-road, and so I wanted it to be good on-road and for me to be able to enjoy it the 90% of the time that I'm actually riding it on the road. So I'm pretty happy with it, and but that was just a great first experience. I thought, you know, I've been on some test rides where you know, demo rides in Edmonton, and you'd get on the bike, and it was cool to ride a, you know, brand new motorcycle and you know, take it out, but you know, you can't go fast because you're in a line, and the reality in Edmonton is that you just go straight, and then you get onto the highway and you go straight, and you know, it wasn't much of a demo ride. You do like 6 corners in the entire time, and but here, man, you go to the Triumph dealership in Victoria here, and in a 20-minute ride you can have a ride like this and really get a feel for the bike and how it handles and how it feels. There's a little stretch of highway there that you can do, and you know, it's kind of the full experience. Of course, you're not allowed to take demo bikes off-road, of course, but otherwise it's the full experience. So it's a lot of fun there, but always seems to be lots of traffic heading up. It's not a through road, so I mean, people got to live there, right? This is a pretty cool little road here. we don't hit any traffic on it. Bridge. It's always a funny feeling when you come up over a crest like that. Your front end gets really light. Tight little roads. beautiful in here. Look at all the moss. This is Goldstream Park. Alright, well, I cut out all the boring highway stuff, but this is a cool little back road here. This little subdivision, all of these nice houses. Looking into a forest. It's a pretty little road through here too. This is a two-way road, this whole thing here. See that? Some of these places get pretty tight. I think we are heading down East Sooke Road. This is another great road as long as we don't run into slow traffic. But this goes to East Sooke Point and East Sooke Regional Park. It's a beautiful park to go hiking in. And this road is a fun road. Just got to watch out for deer and slow cars. So but we'll get out to East Sooke Point, and it's a beautiful spot out there, just like way up on a cliff, and they're building these houses, and they're like $1 million condos basically. Great views. It's always crazy windy up there though. I would not want to live up there, but you know, Some people do. Maybe it's a vacation home for them, and that's great. But yeah, just really windy up there. A Canadian Forces base here as well. Love the little farm down there. So pretty. It's kind of tucked down right in the valley, out of the way of everything. It's really cute. Get a glimpse of the ocean here as I'm trying to watch the curve. That's the hard part here. There's so many nice views, but you gotta really watch the roads, don't you? You know, I was just realizing I've been on the bike now for about an hour and a half. That's when I left home. And not tired at all, just enjoying the ride. And can't believe that it's been an hour and a half already. Well, maybe at the end of this video I'll do just a video of riding these roads where I'm not talking about stuff, and that way you can watch the front half of the video, get a good idea of you know, what's going on, and then if you want to just enjoy some beautiful roads, we can do that. Because I'm sure I'm going to have lots of footage, lots of corners, lots of riding today. All right, well, my battery died in my GoPro, so thanks for coming along for a ride, and catch you next time.